The 3x is ugly. I love it. U equals 3x.
Wait,
So,
how do you know to use that sign?
because if I replace, well, actually, you know what? How can you okay, so I'm backing up here. That might be 3 different questions. So let me back up. 1, can you just take sine off by itself? That's like I got 3 times 6. I don't like the time, so that's 36. You can't just take away operations. Sine's an operation. And I've had a couple people ask me weird questions like that. I've even seen this now. No. This is an operation. You can't pluck the stuff out from inside of it without doing like 15,000 things a trig. So remember, nothing else. You can't touch the things inside.
Okay. So I'm just going to say sine is never u.
So sine is never u, although sine of x could be u. Now the second problem is this. You have to be able to take the derivative of this, right? So if you did somehow think that sine worked, you really can't take the derivative of sine without an x behind it, right? So that's a problem too. So let's not get rid of that. So the other last thing is this. The cheater way to do this is to go, it's always the thing inside that's the problem, correct? Okay. Usually it's inside of parentheses. What should I be looking at? 3x. Because if that was an x, it's a one-step problem. And I'm going to turn it into x. I'm going to rewrite this as, so I'm going to do my derivative would therefore be equal to derivative with respect to u of sine u times the derivative with respect to x of the inside, which is 3x. Yes, I'm looking at you. I thought you said 2. That's how bad my hearing is, apparently. 3x, right? Well, it's going to be 3 in a second. You're just skipping steps. That's fine. That's a totally good way to have a mistake. All right, prime of x equals, what's the derivative of sine u? Cosine u. What's the derivative of 3x? 3. F prime of x equals, I'm going to put the 3 up front. Cosine, what's u? 3x. Part of the reason why we write it down so we don't forget the end. Yeah? Okay. You know how to do it?
No, I still don't know how to do it.
Okay, well, you're doing the next one, so that'll be okay, because the next one's harder. Oh! Agreed?
Yes.
Oh, we're doing well. Look at that. I can take the derivative of this. I'm very happy. Things are going well, aren't they?
Yes.
All right. So the derivative with respect to x will be 2u. Piece of cake. Now what?
Okay, this is what I was thinking.
Go.
Would you first make another u?
We don't make another u. We're going to go one more letter over. We're going to go uv. We're going to go very ugly. And what's very ugly? 3x plus pi is very ugly. And hence why it's really called a chain rule, because we're adding links. We can do this all day. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to do the derivative with respect to v. I'm replacing that with v, correct? So just sine v.
Yes.
Times the derivative of the inside, which would be 3x plus pi. You're doing all the working ahead. Good job. I'm going to write it down first step. I put it in, right? I switched this out for a v times the derivative of the inside times v derivative of v. And you can go u, v, very ugly. W is clearly twice as ugly. And then, just keep going. Probably don't want to use x, though. But y and z are good. Yeah. No. But it's fun to think so. F prime of x is equal to 2. What's u? What's u?
Oh, it's the whole thing.
3x plus pi, right? This thing right here. Times the derivative of this, which would be cosine v, correct?
Yes.
Times derivative of this, which you already told me is 3.
Okay.
Woohoo! I got a 3 back here, a 2 out in front. The derivative would therefore be 6. Can I move the 3 out there? Is that okay with you? And then I'm going to go sine 3x plus pi times cosine v. Oh, what's v? 3x plus pi.
So in the final answer, we shouldn't have any u.
No, because we chose those letters. We're not allowed to leave them in our answer, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's the old saw. What's the answer to the following equation? Q. That's not legal, right? You can't just make up your own letters, right? So we have to get everything out that we were not given to begin with. Fair enough? All right, everybody try the, woo! Everybody try a number 4. We're doing something called inners, and we're doing the derivative of the inside. Mr. Reaver, what's the derivative of the inside? 15x squared plus 1 times root of the outside. What's root of the outside? 1/2 out in front. 5x cubed plus x to the negative 1/2, and I'm done. What's with this u stuff? I ain't part of that. It's causing my head to melt. We call this ID inners outer. Take the derivative of the inside times the derivative of the outside as if this was an x. Don't look at the inside too carefully. Right? Do what you were thinking at the beginning, which is do it like a power rule, and then you have to tack on the derivative of the inside. You're done. That's what we're doing, after all. That's where we started, before we started reasoning this out. Agreed? All right. With that in mind, everybody try number 5. We're not skipping number 5. Number 5 is easy. You're not skipping 5. You are not. Whoa, you're skipping 5. Although, let me point this out. Some of you are having real trouble with notation, with trig notation. This is the same as this, in case it's confusing to you. So, Mr. Paulos, turn to the outside. Do it like Reed wanted to do at the very beginning. 5 sine x to the 4th times root of the inside. What's the inside? Derivative of the inside. Cosine x. That makes sense? Better? Can kind of do that. Now this fails oftentimes once I start tacking on chains, right? Because then you have to keep track of what chain was what. So then you have to do like the derivative of the outside, then the derivative of the next inside, then the derivative of the next inside of that, and the derivative of the next inside of that. Like you kind of got to work it in like what I call a Russian doll. You know what a Russian doll is? I'll bring it out next time. If you know what a Russian doll is, that's exactly what we're doing. Try number 6. Try number 6.
So you're supposed to be writing the like notations.
No. No. If you can do it without the notation, do it without the notation. Honestly, that nobody, like once you get used to this, x squared minus 7 to the what power? 7th power, or minus 1. So it's just going to be 7, 2x to the 2nd, minus 1 to the 6th power times the inside, which is 4x. I'm done. Well, actually, I have to put that with the 8x. Good?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. For homework, try the first 2 problems on 3-6. 3-5 is due tonight. Also, there's a problem of the week that it should be really easy for you tonight. So do that as well if you haven't done it yet.